Hi everyone. Today we're going to be going over your first few poems where we're focusing on sensory words. So, sensory words are all about our five senses. So, if you take a look at the worksheet that you have that came with your three poems, you can read it here. It says, "Poetry uses a lot of sensory language to help us fully experience a poem. Poems use words that tell us about things that you can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Read your poem carefully. How did the poet use sensory language to bring the poem to life?" So, all we're looking for here is what are the different ways that the author of the poem has tried to give us, the reader, the clearest picture possible of what it would be like to be in a certain situation or to be experiencing whatever they're talking about in the poem. So the next sheet looks a little like this. You've got little bubbles, and we've got smell, sight, taste, hearing, and touch. And those are our five senses. It's the way that we experience the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a poem to you guys, and I'm going to fill in the sheet right along with you so that you guys can have an idea how to do it on your own. So the poem that I've chosen today is called "The Perfect Cup of Cocoa," and it is by Barbara Vance. The perfect cup of cocoa is rich and chocolatey, and always warm, but not too hot, a steaming chocolate sea. The surface is enclosed beneath a thick marshmallow mound, which melts into a gooey cloud without the slightest sound. A whipped cream swirl extends beyond the surface of the cup, and chocolate sprinkles add the perfect touch to dress it up. The perfect cup of cocoa is like an old best friend. It's warm, it's sweet, it's such a treat, and yummy till the end. So, going back to our worksheet, I'm going to zoom out just a touch if it'll let me, so we can kind of see both sheets at the same time. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of the senses and see if there are any words or phrases that kind of describe this sense to us. So let's start with smell, because it's here, kind of the first one there. So let's look through our poem again and see if we can find any words that talk about smell. Now, there might not be any in this poem, and that's okay. And there doesn't seem to be too much in here about smell. So we'll leave that one out. We might come back to it, might find something else. Sight, there's quite a bit of sight. We can see the steam coming off the cup. We see a thick marshmallow mound. We see a whipped cream swirl. And we also see, I don't have room to write them in here, we see the chocolate sprinkles And I think that's about it. So for yours, if you have more than one of each scents, give me about two or three or four, depending on how many you can fit into your little bubble. I just couldn't fit them in here because I've had to zoom mine out. All right, so moving along to touch. Now, this one can be the way something feels. Now, right in our first stanza, our first part of the poem here, we've got always warm. So that can be warm on our hands when we touch the mug, and it could also be warm when we drink it, the way it feels in our mouths. So here, touch, warm. All right, in hearing, there's not much really with sound. They do here say it melts into a gooey cloud without the slightest sound. So we could say in this case, if we wanted to, we could say silence. I know silence is the absence of any sound, but that's kind of, since they brought attention to that, maybe they want us to kind of appreciate the quiet or the silence of it all. Now, taste. So again, this is hot cocoa, so there's going to be stuff about taste. We've got rich and chocolatey. Okay, what else have we got here? We've got, so here they talk, we already have feels warm. We have it's sweet. So it tastes sweet. And yummy till the end. All right, so didn't have much for smell. I mean, I guess some of the stuff from taste and smell would probably overlap. We can probably smell chocolate a little bit, but the poem didn't really direct us towards that particular scent. And that's okay. Some of your poems won't have one or two of these. You won't be able to fill some of them in. So do the best you can with the poem that you've got. And like I said, just go through the poem line by line, read it over once, and go through it line by line for each scent to see if you can fill in at least between 2 and 4 points for each of the bubbles here. All right, that's it for this video. Again, if you have any questions, then please get your grown-up at home to send me a message, and I will do my best to answer your questions. I'll give you a call if I need to. And that's it for today. Be well. Talk to you soon. Bye.